cold steel meets warm hands. Grip forms without thought, feet anchored beneath alignment. Posture locks in place, the body confirms readiness before the mind speaks. Noise fades from memory, focus narrows to mechanics. Effort becomes measurable, the emotion steps aside. Pressure without noise, progress without applause. Every rep writes truth into structure. Pressure without noise, consistency decides what remains. Lower steady, rise precise, no bounce, no drift. Tension stay connected from heel to hand. Return complete, reset, clean, inhale through the nose. Exhale through resistance, heart rate increases, control remains intact. Spine tall, chin neutral, elbows tracking tension. Hips drive with patience, form becomes language. Low listens and responds, a centimeter just a degree refines. Efficiency sharpens, invisible to others, obvious to progress. Pressure without noise, no shortcuts accepted. Execution speaks alone. Pressure without noise, habits compound silently. Plate stack without ceremony, weight ass honest questions. The body answers clearly with alignment. Tempo unchanged, path identical. Fatigue suggests compromise, shorter range, faster pace. I respond with patience and breath. Negotiation ends here. Sweat marks the lapse time. Movement grows predictable because repetition taught it again and again. Efficiency replaces force, force obeys structure. Attention tightens as energy thins. No panic, only clarity, only process. Pressure without noise, discipline over hype when motivation fades. Pressure without noise, work compounds silently. Output increases deliberately, aggression stays internal, directed through channels prepared by patience. Energy flows clean, no spill, set complete. Grip releases, breath expands, heart recalibrates. Gravity removes excuses, steel has no bias. Air is amplified so precision doubles, nothing escapes review. Environment stays indifferent, effort leaves no echo. Only adaptation records the exchange, time invested becomes capacity. Stopping remains available, continuing is chosen. Progress recognizes commitment, not comfort. Pressure without noise, quiet effort endures, built beneath the tension. Pressure without noise, consistency wins, legs grow dense. Grip feels heavier, breathe deepens, rhythm survives, train and prepared. This moment, long inhale, longer exhale. Heart rate steadies under strain. Numbers lose importance, execution gains value. Completion only counts if form remains intact. Every rep evaluated, every rep owned. Sweat darkens the floor, metal remains unchanged. The room absorbs effort without response. It remembers consistency, not intention. Standards unchanged despite fatigue. Posture confirmed, breath aligning. No theatrics, only word. Pressure without noise, what survives fatigue and permanence. Pressure without noise, constructed to last. Rep slow, slightly line stays true. Muscles tremble, structure holds its boundaries. Respected, not crossed. The weight returns to rest. Hands open calmly, heart rate descends. No. In silence, forged without applause. Strength shaped through repetition. Built in silence, calm under pressure, control above emotion. Steel meets preparation, weight introduce resistance. Muscle responds with discipline, tempo remains intentional. Form governs outcome, inhale expands structure. Exhale channels force, heart rate climbs steadily. control remains dominant. Elbows track efficiency, hips drive alignment, knees follow precision, spine stays uninterrupted, mechanics stay honest. The subtle shift improves leverage, efficiency increases without announcement. Built-in silence, no drama required, consistency, compound strength. Built-in silence, quiet pressure, lasting output. Reps stack methodically, muscle density thickens, sweat records elapse, time and motion stays neutral, execution stays clean. Fatigue suggests compromise, I reject negotiation, structure overrides sensation, breath anchors resolve, movement turns automatic patterns, execute internally, strength expresses calmly, no excess motion, no wasted breath. The margin narrows, focus sharpens, noise disappears completely, only mechanics remain. Built-in silence, what survives repetition becomes reliable. Built-in silence, order creates endurance. Additional weight applied, no hesitation shown, the body recalibrates instantly, tempo remains unchanged, control absorbs demand, chest expands deliberately, heart steadies under load, control remains central despite rising strain. Still exposes inefficiency, no disguise allowed, every flaw amplified, technique sharpens itself through correction. Effort leaves no echo, but adaptation records all minutes convert into capacity quietly, permanently. Stopping remains an option, continuing is selected. Discipline recognizes choice, not comfort. Built-in silence, standards stay constant, regardless of fatigue. Built-in silence, consistency wins, muscles harden under demand, grip strengthens automatically, breathing slows intentionally, rhythm survives fatigue because preparation installed it. Long inhale, measured release, heart rate aligns with execution. Reps slow deliberately, accuracy remains, absolute completion means nothing without precision. Every rep judged internally, the room does not react, still remains indifferent, effort dissolves us into silence. But capacity increases, undeniably. Standards unchanged despite accumulated strain, posture verified, grip confirmed, no deviation permitted. Built-in silence, fatigue cannot erase what discipline constructed. Built-in silence, designed to endure, moves but remains true, past stays efficient, muscles tremble honestly, structure holds limits respected precisely to precisely. Shoelaces tight, wrists aligned, jaw loose, eyes steady. I do not inflate emotion, I compress intention. The first movement unlocks circuits, nerves light up in sequence, muscle remembers alignment, the body accepts instruction without resistance, without drama. Peripheral sound fades, the room reduces to distances, grip to bar, feet to floor, breath to rhythm, everything unnecessary dissolves. Iron in the quiet, pressure without noise, I build capacity where no one looks. Iron in the quiet, no rush for results, only standards held without exception. The early work is invisible, but it defines the outcome. Angles check, tempo control, every repetition placed carefully like weight-bearing stone under a future load. Inhale, measure, exhale, steady, heart rate rising, attention stay flat. Speed, temp, shortcuts, I deny them. Control dictates tempo, I move deliberately, so force travels clean from ground to frame. If attention slips, I pause. If form degrades, I reset. Progress counts only when structure remains intact. Iron in the quiet, no witnesses needed. The work records itself in tissue intolerance. Iron in the quiet, no shortcuts stored, only repeatable execution. Set stack without ceremony, fatigue introduces suggestion. I ignore persuasion and respond with mechanics, one repetition. Executed identically again. Grip, pressure, balance, foot contact, even core engaged. Breath synchronized, the system holds as demand escalates. The weight communicates clearly through vibration and resistance. I listen through sensation, adjust, leverage, shorten unnecessary motion. Continue forward, this is where ego whispers, I silence it. This is where escape appears, I refuse it. Completion requires presence, not performance. Iron in the quiet, pressure teaches order. Order removes hesitation, hesitation wastes energy. Iron in the quiet, I remain calm as a margin narrow. Beyond discomfort, movement simplifies, thought releases, execution remains. This is not aggression, this is efficiency, running without friction. Stable, align, repeat. Additional plates introduced, standards unchanged. The heavier it gets, the quieter I become. Precision sharpens as tolerance expands. Steel does not remember yesterday, it does not anticipate tomorrow. It responds only to force applied. Now emotion adds nothing, structure decides outcome. No mirror dialogue, no comparison metrics, only task execution. Against resistance in real time. Iron in the quiet, failure becomes instruction. Success becomes confirmation, neither alters pace. Iron in the quiet, I remain methodical under all conditions. Grip tests honesty, breath tests patience, posture tests discipline. This is the edge where habits reveal themselves without disguise. Rack the load, step back, recover breathing, return immediately without ceremony. Every misrep is data, not drama. Angles reviewed internally, timing adjusted, nothing emotional, everything practical. The space strips excess, only necessity remains. Sweat documents truth, silence enforces honesty. Nothing false survives here. If it wobbles, stabilize. If it burns, breathe deeper. If it slows, maintain path. If it's heavy, commit. Lights hum above an empty floor. No countdown, no announcement. Just calibrated silence and equipment waiting for instruction. I enter without narrative, only intention carried forward. Laces secured, wrists aligned, spine stacked, breathe slow and deliberate. I am not here to impress, I am here to execute. First movement waves dormant circuits, tension spreads with precision. Muscle fibers accept direction, the body remember patterns, learn through repetition, not through motivation. External sound dissolves, distance compresses, grip to steel, feet to ground, attention sharpens, everything else becomes irrelevant. Still under load, I stay composed, pressure does not rush me, it organizes me. Still under load, no wasted motion, only repeatable control. Early sets carry no applause, yet they decide endurance. Angles monitor tempo, discipline. Each repetition placed with long-term intent. Inhale measured, exhale anchored. Heart rate rises, mind remains flat. Raw strength invites error. I deny shortcut, structure governs output. Power travels clean from ground through frame without leakage. If alignment breaks, I stop. If rhythm falters, I reset. Progress is only valid when standards survive. Still under load, no audience required, the work records itself inside adaptation. Still under load, consistency outweighs intensity. Sets, layer without emotion, fatigue negotiates compromise. I refuse conversation, respond with mechanics. One clean repetition and you're done. Grip, pressure, balance, core engaged. Foot contact stable, breath synchronized. The system holds as demand escalates. relates, the low speaks honestly. Through vibration and resistance, I listen through sensation. Adjust, leverage, reduce, success, continue forward. This is where ego suggests haste, I decline. This is where exit appears, I remain. Completion requires presence, not display. Still under low, pressure reveals habits, habits determine outcome, outcome reflects discipline. Under low, calm survives escalation. Yeah, beyond discomfort, movement simplifies, thought dissolves, execution persists. This is not aggression, this is efficiency. Stable, aligned, repeat, additional weight, introduce standards unchanged. The heavier becomes the quiet I get, precision sharpens, colors expand. Steel has no memory, no expectation, it responds only to force applied. Now where motion has nothing, structure decides everything. No mirror dialogue, no comparison, only task execution against resistance in real time. Still under load, failure instructs, success confirms, neither alters pace. Still under load, and it remains intact. Yeah, grip test honesty, breath test patience, posture test discipline. This is the edge where habits surface unmasked. Rack the load, step back, restore, breathe in, return immediately without ceremony. Yeah, misreps become information, not emotion. Angles reviewed internally, timing adjusted, nothing wasted. Different than the greatest, this room moving cess, only necessity remains. Sweat documents truth, silence enforces clarity. Nothing artificial survives. If it shakes, stabilize. If it burns, breathe it deeper. If it slows, maintain path. If it's heavy, come here, fully. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Still under load, pressure builds capacity, 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 reliability. Reliability builds calm. Still under load, I operate clean under escalation. No spotlight, no warning tone. The room breathes before I do. Steel rests in neutral position, waiting for intention. I step inside without history, only the present allowed to speak. Joints rotate like gears aligning, tendons stretch without complaint. Heat spreads slowly, deliberately. Nothing rushed, nothing skipped. Preparation is already work. Work has already begun. Initial low confirms gravity. Weight answers honestly. No deception, no exaggeration. Hands closed, knuckles tighten. The body recognizes purpose and accepts instruction. Peripheral noise fades out, time compresses into seconds. Every sense narrows forward, grip, stance, breath. There is no external audience, only internal accuracy. No countdown left, I move on signal alone. Pressure doesn't break me, it organizes me. No countdown left, no delay, no excuse. Action starts immediately. Early repetitions, set the law form dictates permission. Each movement earns the next, nothing gifted, nothing forced. Consistency, rise to the contract. Inhale through control, exhale through resistance. Heart rate climbs steadily, mind stays flat and clear. Power where the structure collapses, so I build inside the frame. Angles correct themselves through awareness. Force travels clean, no leaks, no panic. If balance fails, I stop. If rhythm breaks, I reset. Progress only counts when standards survive fatigue. No countdown left, only execution remains. Every rep identical in intent. No countdown left, this is sustained control. Says that quietly, fatigue whispers suggestions. I don't negotiate, I respond with mechanics. One repetition placed, then another. Feet grounded, core brace, grip even, wrist synchronized, the system holds steady. Undergrown when demand, the low communicates clearly. Through tension and vibration, I listen through sensation. Adjust leverage, correct trajectory, proceed forward. This is where ego asks for speed, I deny it. This is where quitting feels reasonable. I remain completion, requires discipline, not emotion. No countdown left, pressure sharpens behavior. Behavior defines outcome, outcome reflects preparation. No countdown left, calm survives escalation. Beyond discomfort, movement simplifies, thought dissolves, execution continues. This is not aggression, this is efficiency. Stable, align, repeat. Additional weight added, standards unchanged. The heavier it becomes, the quieter I get. Precision sharpens, tolerance expands. Still holds no memory, no expectation. It reacts only to force applied. No emotion has nothing, structure decides everything. No mirror dialogue, no comparison. Only task execution against resistance in real time. No countdown left, failure teaches success, confirms neither alters pace. No countdown left, method remains intact. Grip tests honesty, breath tests patience, posture tests discipline. This is the edge where habits surface. Unmask, rack the load, step back, restore breathing, return immediately. No ceremony quiet. Misreps become information, not frustration. Angles reviewed internally, timing recalibrated. Nothing wasted, everything integrated. This space removes excess, only necessity remains. Sweat documents truth, silence enforces clarity. Nothing out of field survives. If it shakes, stabilize. If it burns, breathe deeper. If it slows, maintain path. If it's heavy, commit fully. No announcement, no signal flare. I step into the room already focused. Walls don't care who I was yesterday. The floor waits without judgment. Breath steady, mind neutral. This is not hype, this is alignment. Joints circle slowly, deliberately. Tension wakes up layer by layer. Heat spreads like a controlled fire. Nothing wasted, nothing rushed. Preparation is part of the work. The work has already started. The first weight speaks honestly. Cold metal, real resistance. Hands wrapped, grip confirms intent. No shortcuts in the beginning. Foundations decide everything later, so I move with respect. Peripheral noise fades out. Time compresses into motion. Breeze syncs with control. Muscle answers command. There is no audience here, only execution. Built under load, not under praise. Pressure shapes my structure, not emotion, not noise. Built under load, every repetition counts. Every second builds reliability.
Early sets define the standard form, writes the rule book, everywhere earns the next. Nothing is given freely, consistency replaces motivation. This is where progress lives. Inhale through discipline, exhale through resistance. Heart rate rises, mind stays flat, no panic, no drama, only rhythm and control. Raw power collapses without structure, so I reinforce the frame. Angles corrected mid-motion, balance check constantly, force travels clean and direct. No leaks, no wasted energy. If alignment breaks, I reset. If rhythm slips, I slow progress. Only counts when standards survive fatigue. Built under load, repetition by repetition. No shortcuts allowed, no form sacrifice. Built under the load, method over impulse. Sets accumulate quietly, fatigue begins to negotiate. I don't respond emotionally, I respond mechanically. One rep play correctly, then another, then another. Feet grounded evenly, core locked, spine neutral. Grip secure, breath measured. Every component report stable. The system holds even as demand increases. The load communicates through tension. Micro adjustments answer back. Leverage refined on the fly, posture corrected instinctively. This is a conversation, not a confrontation. This is where ego wants speed, I deny it. This is where quitting feels logical. I continue, Completion requires discipline, not excitement, not excitement, not excitement, not excitement. Built under load, pressure organizes behavior. Behavior defines outcome, outcome reflects preparation. Built under load, calm survives escalation. Yeah. Beyond discomfort, simplicity emerges, movement becomes automatic. Thought dissolves into execution. There is no struggle here, only sustained efficiency. This is control under stress. Stable, align, repeat. Addition await at it quietly. Standards remain unchanged. The heavier it becomes, the quieter I get. Precision sharpens further, tolerance expands naturally. Still has no memory, no sympathy, no bias. It reacts only to force applied now. Emotion adds nothing, structure decide everything. No mirror conversation, no comparison to others. Only task execution against resistance in real time. Built under load, failure teaches without mercy. Success confirms without celebration, neither changes pace. Built under load, method remains intact. Built under load, built under load, built under load. Grip test honesty. Grip test honesty. Grip test honesty. The door closes behind me and the noise of the world dissolves. This is a private agreement between effort and outcome. Blood starts moving with intention, joints unlock without complaint. Every rotation checks alignment, every breath calibrates focus. I don't rush the beginning, the beginning decides the end. Cold steel meets steady hands. The weight doesn't recognize doubt, it responds only to direction. So I speak clearly through movement. One rep confirms control, the second confirms commitment. Eyes forward, spine aligned, breathe slots into rhythm. The outside phase completely, there is only the task. Nothing else is relevant, nothing else exists. Pressure never lies, it reveals what's built inside. Every rep writes the story, every second tells the truth. No, we fatigue whispers, warnings. I listen, but I don't obey. Form remains non-negotiable. Standards stay absolute. Progress respects discipline, not emotion or volume alone. Inhale through control, exhale through resistance. Heart rate climbs steadily, mind stays level. No panic enters the system. Strength without structure collapses, so I reinforce every angle. Hips track clean, core lock, force travels without leakage. Efficiency beats aggression every time. If balance slips, I correct. If tempo breaks, I slow. The goal is not survival, the goal is precision. Even under strain, pressure never lies, it measures preparation. Not desire, not motivation, only execution. Pressure never lies, and I answer honestly. Set after set accumulates, fatigue negotiates harder. I don't negotiate back, I operate by rule. One clean rep at a time until the set is done. Feet grounded evenly, grip secure, shoulders packed. Breath steady under demand, every component reports ready. The system holds, even the stress increases. The low communicates clearly through tension and vibration. Micro adjustments respond instantly. This is not conflict, this is cooperation between intent and mass. This is where shortcuts tempt, I refuse. This is where quitting feels logical, I continue. Results belong to those who finish clean. Pressure never lies, it exposes habits instantly. Chaos punishes sloppiness. Structure survives everything. Pressure never lies, so I stay structured. Beyond discomfort, calm emerges, movement simplifies. Thought dissolves in the repetition, there is no struggle now. Only sustained output, controlled and repeatable. Stable, aligned, execute, repeat. Additional plates slide on quietly, standards do not change. The heavier it gets, the quieter I become. Focus sharpens automatically, noise has no place here. Steel doesn't remember yesterday, it doesn't care about tomorrow. It only reacts to what I apply now. Emotion adds nothing, structure decides everything. No mirror conversation, no comparison to others. Only measurable action against real resistance in real time. Pressure never lies, failure teaches immediately. Success confirmed solidly, now the change is the method. Pressure never lies, and I stay constant, stay. Grip burns, lungs demand air, posture demands discipline. This is the edge where habits are exposed, no disguise. Hands meet the bar with certainty. Grip confirms intention. The weight responds neutrally. No challenge, no mercy. It accepts direction only, and I give it clearly. Outside noise shuts down. Thoughts compress into function. Every cue internalized. Nothing dramatic, just readiness. Weight never lies. It exposes the truth instantly. No story survives resistance. No hope carries the load. Weight never lies, so I stay honest. The first reps are calm, not easy but stable. Tempo control precisely, every path intentional. I don't chase exhaustion, I chase consistency. Inhale under control, exhale through effort. Heart rate rises clean, mind stays anchored. Form is non-negotiable, angles reinforced constantly. Core tight, spine neutral, force moves efficiently. Strength without structure is just noise. If alignment drifts, correct. If rhythm breaks slow, the set does not own me, I own the set. Weight never lies, it records every mistake. It rewards preparation and punishes neglect. Weight never lies, and I adjust immediately. Set stack without emotion. Fatigue arrives on schedule, I acknowledge it, but do not respond to it. Output stays clean, repetition stays precise. Feet grounded, evenly grip unchanged. Breathing locked into pattern. No wasted motion, the system holds. The bar communicates through tension, through vibration and balance. Micro corrections answer instantly. This is not a fight, this is calibration between force and control. This is where ego appears, I dismiss it. This is where quitting feels logical. I proceed anyway. Progress respects standards, not emotion. Weight never lies, it reflects habits precisely. Chaos breaks under pressure, structure remains intact. Weight never lies, and structure survives. Discomfort fades into background, movement simplifies. No commentary, no analysis, only execution. Repeated accurately, set, breathe, execute, repeat. Additional plates slide on quietly. Nothing changes internally. Standards remain fixed. The heavier it gets, the calmer I become. Still remembers nothing, it doesn't care about yesterday or promise tomorrow. It only responds to applied force right now. No mirror validation, no comparison to others, only measurable output against real resistance. Weight never lies, it teaches immediately. Success stays silent, failure speaks clearly. Weight never lies, and I listen.
Grip burns steadily, lungs quest more air. Posture demands discipline, this is the edge where habits are exposed. No disguise survives here. Rack the weight, deliberately step back without rush. Breath slows, gradually no celebration choir.
Missed reps become data, not frustration. Angles corrected internally, timing recalibrated, nothing wasted. Everything applied. This room strips excess away. Only necessity remains. Sweat records reality, silence and force.
Weight never.
Blood moves before thought, joints rotate like gears aligning. Every motion checks another system. I don't rush the process, I prepare to be exact. Accuracy comes before aggression, hands lock in position. Grip confirms commitment, the bar doesn't resist, yet it measures intent quietly. I lift without proving anything, just confirming control. Breathing arrows into rhythm, peripheral noise dissolves. The world compresses into leverage and balance, nothing else qualifies for attention. No signal, all power, no shouting, all output. Strength doesn't need witnesses, it only needs direction. No signal, all power, pressure turns potential into fact. That clean and even, no waste to sway. Muscles respond predictably because they were trained and not explosive yet. Just unbreakably consistent in through the nose, out through tension. Heart rate rises with discipline, not panic. Elbows track correctly, spine holds its line. Feet stay rooted evenly, this is architecture built to support force without collapse. If alignment drifts correct, the speed drops, stabilize. Nothing emotional here, only adjustments. No signal, all power, no noise, no display. What survive load is what remains useful. No signal, all power, function beats appearance every time. Play slide on with that ceremony, weight feels different now, not heavier emotionally, just more demanding mechanically. I respond by simplifying, less thought, more execution. Fatigue asks questions, I answer. Posture, it suggests shortcuts, I reject them calmly. Negotiation is not an option. Movement turns automatic, reps arrive on schedule. Pain becomes background noise, not ignored, just to prioritize. The task remains clear, lift clean, repeat accurately. This is where form gets tested, where habits show themselves. I slow nothing down, I clean everything up. No signal, all power, structure over emotion. What's built correctly carries load indefinitely. No signal, all power, consistency outlasts intensity. Grip tightens unconsciously, breathing sharpens muscles, flood with heat. But timing stays exact, this is control. Violence directed inward, set complete. Breath steady, stance reset again. Now the weight speaks clearly through vibration and pressure. Micro errors amplify instantly, so I eliminate them one adjustment at a time. Yeah. Steel doesn't care who I am or what I want today. It only recognizes force applied with precision. Right now, stopping would be reasonable, continuing is intentional. Progress doesn't respect comfort, it respects standards. No signal, all power. Silence builds monsters.
not loud ones. The upper ones.
No signal, all power, strength that shows up every time. Heart pounds steadily, vision sharp and strangely. The body adapts mid-cause because it has before. This isn't new, it's rehearsed. Inhale holds longer, its tail empties deeper. The nervous system stays calm despite the load. Mistakes are more expensive now, so attention increases. I do.
No signal.
Hands rap, release, rap again. Grip calibrates tension, feet plant evenly into the floor. Weight feel familiar, not light, not heavy, just honest.
Breath tightens into pattern, external sound dissolves. Focus sharpens to a single point. This is where mistakes disappear. Builds under pressure, not overnight. Not loudly, strength grows quietly. When no one claps, built under pressure. Repeated effort becomes identity.
Reps fall into cadence, movement smooth, uninterrupted. Each return to start is controlled. No momentum borrowed, only ever earned. Inhale steady, exhale controlled. Heart rate climbs, mind stay flat, spine stays tall. Elbows track true, shoulders remain stacked. This is engineering, muscle follows design, not impulse.
Slight shift in stance, grip tightens 1 degree. Efficiency increases, nothing dramatic changes.
Built under pressure, patience over pride. What survives repetition becomes permanent. Built under pressure, durability beats display.
Plates added without comment, the bar now demands clarity. Errors feel heavier instantly, so I simplify everything. Same path, same tempo, fatigue whispers first. Success, compromise, I answer with posture, with breath, with standards. Negotiation ends quickly, body warms fully now. Sweat marks progress, muscles respond predictably. Because they've been here again and again under similar demands. This is the threshold where shortcuts appear.
I slow nothing down, I clean everything up. Built under pressure, structure over emotion. When conditions get heavy, form becomes true. Built under pressure, correct effort compounds.
Reps drive upward with intent, descent remains controlled. Force applied precisely, no wasted movement. Aggression stays internal, directed, contained. Set ends, breath recovers, grip resets again. The weight now speaks clearly through vibration and strain. Every flaw magnifies, so discipline sharpens. Attention narrows further, nothing slips. Steel doesn't negotiate, gravity doesn't care. Only alignment decides whether I move forward or get corrected. Stopping would be easy, continuing is intentional. Pride respects commitment, not comfort.
Built under pressure, quiet repetition, strength that shows up. When motor it disappears. Built under pressure, work done when no one watches. Legs feel dense, songs feel full, breathing deepens. But rhythm survives, the system adapts. It's trained. Long inhale, longer exhale. Nervous system stays calm, despite load.
Mistakes cost more now, so focus doubles. I don't chase records, I protect execution. Completion matters only if it's clean. Sweat darkens the ground, metal stays cold. The room absorbs effort without reaction. It remembers consistency, not excuses.
Muscle follows command, not impulse. Each return to start is deliberate. Inhale, measure, exhale, steady. Heart rate rises, focus remains level. Elbows track straight, spine remains tall. Core stays braced, this is architecture built to carry load without collapse. Grip tighten slightly, stance narrows a fraction. Efficiency increases, nothing visible changes. No crowd, no excuses, no shortcuts available. What fails form fails immediately. No crowd, no excuses, only execution survive. Plates added in silence, weight demands honesty. Errors feel heavier now. So discipline sharpened, same tempo, same path. Fatigue test resolve, suggest compromise. I respond with structure, with breath, with consistency. Negotiation ends, sweat marks, time pass. Muscles adapt on cue, movement stays predictable because repetition taught it again and again. This is where focus ends, so I tighten it. No rush, no hesitation, only clarity. No crowd, no excuses, work done unseen. Strength earned privately, last publicly. No crowd, no excuses. Consistency compounds, force increases. Control remains, aggression stays internal. Directed, not wasted energy. Flows clean through prepared channels. Set ends, grip releases, breathe expands again. The weight speaks clearly now through vibration and strain. Every flaw magnified, so attention narrows. Nothing escapes review. Gravity is impartial, steel has no opinion. Only alignment decides whether progress continues or correction occurs. Stopping is easy, continuing is chosen. Results recognize commitment, not comfort. No crowd, no excuses. Discipline over motivation. When energy fades, structure remains. No crowd, no excuses. Habits carry the load. Legs grow dense, arms feel heavy. Breathing deepens, but rhythm survives. Training prepared this moment. Long inhale, longer exhale. System stabilizes despite strain. Mistakes cost more now, so precision doubles. I don't chase numbers, I protect execution. Completion matters only if it's correct. Sweat darkens the floor, metal stays unchanged. The room absorbs effort without response. It remembers consistency, not intention. One set remains, standards unchanged. Posture confirmed, breathe aligned. No theatrics, only work. No crowd, no excuses. Work done correctly, what survives? Fatigue, urge, permanence. No crowd, no excuses. Built to last, no crowd. Keep making no excuses.
Structure. Joints rotate like gears finding oil. Breathe opens the chest slowly. Muscle temperature rises, nervous system checks signals, nothing rushed. Everything aligned.
Steel feels neutral, it offers no praise. Hands closed with intention, grip confirms readiness. Feet settle beneath balance, the body listens. Thoughts reduced to function, emotion steps aside, attention narrows. Only mechanics remain. Built-in silence, torch without witnesses. Every rep carves truth in the structure. Built-in silence, no echo needed. Progress records itself. Yeah. Lower steady, not slow. Rise deliberate, not forced. Muscle answers command.
command, not impulse. Return to start, reset posture. Inhale measured, exhale longer. Heart rate increases, focus stabilizes. Spine tall, rib stack, hips drive clean. Double track, true form is architecture. Low test design holds.
Grip tighten, slightly stance, shifts a fraction. Efficiency improves, nothing visible changes.
Built-in silence, no shortcuts allowed. Execution is the only voice. Built-in silence, consistency compounds quietly.
Yeah, plates added without comment. Weight demands honesty, errors feel heavier, so discipline sharpens. Tempo unchanged, path identical.
Fatigue whispers suggestions to shorten, to rush. I respond with structure, with breath, with patience. Negotiation ends.
Sweat marks time pass, movement becomes predictable because repetition taught it again and again.
Efficiency replaces force obeys control.
This is where we're focused in. So attention tightens, no rush, no hesitation, only clarity.
Built-in silence, discipline over motivation. When energy fades, structure remains. Built-in silence, habits carry load.
Power increase, power increase.
Yeah, power increases, control remains intact. Aggression stays internal, directed, not wasted. Energy flows clean through prepared channels. Set ends, grip releases, breath expands. System recalibrates, weight speaks clearly now through vibration and strain. Every flaw magnifies, so precision doubles. Nothing escapes review. Gravity shows no bias, steel has no opinion. Alignment decides outcome, progress continues, or correction occurs.
Stopping is available, continuing is chosen. Results recognize commitment, not comfort.
Built-in silence, work done unseen. Strength earned privately, lies publicly. Built-in silence, consistency compounds. Crawling in errors, crawling in errors.
Power increases, control remains intact. Aggression stays internal, directed, not wasted. Energy flows clean through prepared channels. Set ends, grip releases, breath expands. System recalibrates. Weight speaks clearly now through vibration and strain. Every flaw magnified, so precision doubles. Nothing escapes review.
Gravity escapes review.
Gravity shows no bias, steel has no opinion. Alignment decides outcome, progress continues, or correction occurs. Stopping is available, continuing is chosen. Results recognize commitment, not comfort.
Built-in silence,
Work done unseen, strength earned privately, lies publicly, yeah.
built-in silence. Built-in silence. Come on me, come on me.
Hips grow dense, survives fatigue. Last publicly.
Built-in silence. Built by repetition, driven by control. Strength is a symbol not discovered. Built by repetition, day after day, layer by layer. Lower under command, rise without momentum. Tension never disconnects from start to finish. Movement stays honest and measurable. Inhale through stability, exhale through resistance. Heart rate climbs steadily, control remains dominant. Elbows tracing tension, hips move with precision. Neck remains neutral, form becomes instant. A slight shift in angle, a refined path. Efficiency improves, quietly invisible to the room. Built by repetition, no shortcuts allowed. The process never lies. Built by repetition, consistency carves outcome. Plates add without ceremony, weight questions resolved. The body answers calmly, with structure, tempo unchanged. Focus unbroken. Fatigue test discipline, suggest compromise. I respond with patience and breath. Standards remain fixed. Sweat records elapse time. Movement grows predictable because practice and Precision replaces force. Force obeys alignment. Mind narrows further, energy thins, clarity sharpens, distraction dissolves. Built by repetition, quiet hours accumulate. When motivation fades, habits remain. Built by repetition, unseen but permanent. Intensity increases, internally aggression stays contained, directed through technique, prepared by patience. Power moves clean, no chaos introduced. Set ends, grip releases, breath expands. Heart recalibrates, weight exposes imbalance. Steel offers no syllabary, ever simplified, instantly so persist. Doubles, nothing escapes awareness. Effort leaves no echo, but adaptation records everything. Minutes convert into capacity, quietly, relentlessly. Skipping remains possible, continuing is chosen. Always making nights as action, not comfort. Always making nights as action, not comfort. Stopping remains possible, continuing is chosen. Mind which recognizes action, not comfort. Built by repetition, silent discipline wins. What is repeated becomes permanent. Built by repetition, structure over impulse. Muscles grow dense and heavy, grip tightens instinctively. Breathe deepens, rhythm survives, preparation proves its value. Long inhale, measured exhale, heart rate steadies under load. Numbers lose importance, execution gains authority. Completion matters only if form remains intact. Each rep audited, each rep owned. The room remains unchanged, metal stays indifferent. Effort absorbs in the silence, but the body remembers every correct repetition. Standards remain unchanged, despite accumulated fatigue. Posture confirmed, breath aligned, no theatrics, only execution. Built by repetition, fatigue cannot erase what consistency installed. Built by repetition, designed to endure. Reps slow but remain clean, past stays true. Muscles tremble honestly, structure holds. Limits are respected, not violated.
Circulation accelerates, joints unlock in sequence. Muscle temperature rises, signals transmit cleanly, the system prepares itself.
Feet align with gravity, core engages automatically. Hands close with certainty, every joint accounted for. Nothing rushed, nothing forced. External rhythm disappears, attention collapses inward. Movement exists before action. Execution becomes inevitable. Pressure without noise,
Force without chaos, strength engineered, not imagined.
pressure without noise.
Calm under load, control defines output. Weight introduces conversation, the body responds with structure. Tempo remains intentional, tension never leaks from start to completion. Inhale expands stability, exhale directs power. Heart rate elevates steadily, command remains intact.
Elbows track efficiency, hips drive through alignment. Spine stays uninterrupted. Form holds authority, repetition reinforces trust. A minor adjustment improves leverage. Efficiency increases quietly, no visible signal given.
Pressure without noise,
Consistency outlasts intensity.
technique survives fatigue. Pressure without noise, built through restraint.
Sets accumulate silently, muscle density thickens. Sweat marks elapse, time execution stays neutral, no emotional variance. Fatigue suggests compromise, I deny negotiation. Structure overrides sensation, breathe, anchors resolve.
Movement becomes automatic, patterns run internally. Muscle obeys preparation, strength expresses calmly, no wasted energy. The margin narrows, awareness sharpens, noise disappears completely, only mechanics remain.
Pressure without noise,
What survives repetition becomes reliable. Pressure without noise, silence builds permanence.
Additional weight added cleanly, no dramatic pause. The body recalibrates instantly, structure absorbs demand. Tempo remains unchanged, chest expands deliberately, heart stabilized under strain, control stays central, even as demand rises. Metal exposes inefficiency, there is no disguise, every error amplified.
So execution sharpens, instincts refine themselves. Effort leaves no echo, but adaptation records all. Minutes convert into capacity, quietly, irreversibly. Stopping remains available.
Continuing is selected, discipline recognizes choice, not comfort.
Pressure without noise, standards remain constant, regardless of fatigue. Pressure without noise, order produces outcome.
Muscles harden under demand, grip strengthens automatically, breathing slows intentionally, rhythm survives because preparation installed it. Long inhale, measure release, heart rate aligns with execution.
Rep slow intentionally, accuracy remains absolute, completion is irrelevant. Without precision, every rep audited internally.
The room remains unchanged, still remains indifferent. Effort dissolves into silence, but capacity increases undeniably. Standards unchanged despite accumulated fatigue. Posture verified, grip confirmed, no deviation allowed.
Pressure without noise, fatigue cannot erase what consistency built. Pressure without noise,
Designed to endure.
Movement slows but stays true. Path remains efficient. Muscles shake, on any structure holds limits respected.